Hey everyone, this is Tim Schroyer. Today I'm going to be doing an analysis and news and going over options for Riot blockchain, ticker symbol RIOT. Right now, it is one of my favorite stocks to do the poor man's covered call, which I will be showing you how much profit I've been able to make since the end of February doing the poor man's covered call with Riot. And also, I'll show you a lot of the news that's been coming out over the last week regards to Riot, which makes me think that the stock is going to go up in price quite a bit over the next few months to the end of the year, to where I actually believe the stock price will go up to probably close to $100, if not over that, by the end of the year, due to the news that's just been coming out over the last week or two. So over the past year, Riot is actually 4,718.45% up over what it was back in early to mid 2020. It was trading at around $2 a share, and it peaked in February at around $77.90 per share. And right now it is hovering around the $49 to $55 range, depending on what's going on in the market and what's going on with Bitcoin. But overall, it's been performing well. It is currently trading at $49.63 as of April 11th, 2021. But like I said, there's a lot of news that has come out. Back on April 6th, they appointed Megan Brooks as the Chief Operating Officer. And then on April 7th, they announced that they signed a contract to buy 42,000 more S19J miners. And then also on April 8th, they announced that they are buying Whinstone US, which is going to make them the largest Bitcoin miner in North America. So that is why I believe that the stock price is going to be going up quite a bit. It may take a little bit for to take effect, but I really believe that the stock is going to be going up. That's why I use it for my poor man's covered call. It does have a lot of implied volatility, so the premiums are somewhat high, which is another reason why I like it. But overall, I do think it is a good company, and I think it's going to go much higher by the end of 2021. To give you all some context on what the hash rate is for mining operations, 1 kh is 1 kilo hash per second. That's 1,000 hashes per second. Then 1 mh per second is 1 million hashes per second, and that's 1 mega hash. Then 1 gigahash per second is 1 billion hashes per second. 1 terahash per second is 1 trillion hashes per second. 1 petahash is 1 quadrillion hashes per second. 1 exahash per second is 1 quintillion hashes per second. And then 1 zeta hash is 1 sextillion hashes per second. Right now, that's just to give you some context. So, for instance, from Riot's own website, back in February of 2020, they had 4,000 S17 Pro miners, bringing their hash rate to 247 petahashes per second, which, if you go to a mining calculator, it equals that they were able to mine about 27 and a 0.25, in this case 27.2319 Bitcoin mined per month, or 326.7832 Bitcoin mined per year, and that was of February 2020, and they've increased their miners since then. So, for instance, in April, they purchased 1,000 S19 Pro miners, which is 110 terahashes per second from Bitmain. Then in May 2020, another 1,040 S19 miners are ordered. So that's an extra 95 terahashes per second, bringing the outstanding order to 2,040 miners. In June, 1,000 S19 miners are ordered from Bitmain again, bringing the cumulative outstanding order to 3,040 miners. In July, 1,000 S19 Pro miners are received and deployed in their mining operations headquarters in Messina, New York, bringing their fleet to 5,000 miners with a operational hashing capacity of 357 petahashes per second. That brought their mining to 1.2940 Bitcoin per day, 39.3595 Bitcoin mined per month, and 472.3142 Bitcoin mined per year. Then in August, the 1040 S19 miners are received and deployed in Messina, bringing the total to 6,040 miners with an operational hashing capacity of 456 petahashes per second. 13,100 S19 Pro miners at 110 terahashes per second are ordered from Bitmain, bringing the total outstanding order to 14,100 miners. And with that 456 petahashes per second, that brings it to where they can mine is 1.6529 Bitcoin per day, 50.2743 per month, and per year is 603.2921 per year for Bitcoin. Then September, October 2020, 1,003 S19 Pro miners are received and deployed in Messina, bringing to 7,043 miners with an operational hashing capacity of 566 petahashes per second. And then December, 2,500 S19 Pro miners and 15,000 S19J miners are ordered from Bitmain, bringing the total outstanding order to 30,600 miners. In January 2021, 2,500 S19 miners are received and deployed, bringing the total to 9,543 miners, bringing the hashing capacity to 842 petahashes per second. In February, S19 Pro miners are received, bringing the total to 11,545 and the hashing capacity to 1.1 exahashes per second. And then March 2021, 2,201 S19 Pro miners are received and deployed, bringing it to the total to 13,746 miners with a hashing capacity of 1.3 petahashes per second, and 1,500 S19J miners are ordered from Bitmain, bringing the total outstanding order to 25,400. And then April through October 2021, they announced the order of 25,400 S19 Pro and S19J miners are expected to be received and deployed between then and October 2021 and are expected to raise the total operational hash rate capacity to 4 exahashes per second. And then with the combining with the Windstone that they just purchased, that will make them the largest Bitcoin miners in North America. Now I'm going to go over the options chain and show you how much I've been able to profit doing the poor man's cover call using this stock. So here's Robinhood. As you can see right now, after hours, it's actually gone up to about 50 bucks. So the Seeking Alpha site's a little bit out of date because it doesn't take into account after hours. But to show you the options chain, so for expiring April 16th, they do have weekly options. So if you want to do something like the wheel strategy, which is where you sell a put and just keep selling them and collecting a premium until you get assigned the 100 shares, then for instance at $49.50, you could sell a put and receive $320 for 1 week. You would have to put up $4,950 for collateral though, in case it does get assigned. That way you can purchase the 100 shares. But if that were the case, then like for instance, I can't show you like for the 23rd because it would be 2 weeks out, so the premiums wouldn't be as accurate. But for instance, say you had gotten assigned this week, then you could sell a call using those 100 shares and get $310 by selling a $50 call. And then if it stock price goes obviously above that on expiration date, you sell those shares and you get the $50 profit also from the stock going up $50 from when you bought these shares at. So that's how you can do the wheel strategy using this. And if you wanted to do what I've been doing, the poor man's covered call, you could instead buy a call, for instance, expiring January 21st, 2022. Even though right now I did not buy one that lasted that long, mine is actually, I have two of them. One expires in June, one in September. And just that's because that's the only money I had to be able to buy the long call. But for instance, you could buy like a $20 long call for January 2022, and then you can sell the weekly calls like normal. Except here, you would definitely have to be a little bit more careful. You definitely don't want to risk getting assigned on these. So what I would do is probably do something where the delta is around the 0.3. So here you could sell the call for a $55 strike at $158, and that would bring it down to you having to pay $3,112, which is a lot less than the $4,950 for the put. And then each week you can just keep collecting more by rolling out or letting these expire, like the short call expire worthless, and then selling another call against the long call. And you can keep doing that. Just be aware if the stock price goes above your short call here, then you would definitely need to roll out and up in order to keep it out of the money. Or if your trade is already profitable, think about closing the trade altogether. It would mean losing your equity that you have in the long call, but it's sometimes that is worth it if you've made enough profit. Like if the stock goes up quite a bit to like say $70 somehow in a week, it might be worth it at that point to just close it out for a profit. Now here is my main brokerage right now. It's Tastyworks. As you can see, I have $1,466 in profit, and I do have 1,831 in unrealized losses, but that's only if I were to sell my positions that I have right now, which I have no intention of doing because I still have 47 days left on the June 18th, 2021 long call and 159 days left on the September 17th, 2021 call. So I'll be making short calls, like basically a covered call on these all the way until expiration. I'm making it to where the long call will pretty much be free at that point. So I can bring up my spreadsheet where I have all my profits listed. So here is my original, the one that expires in June. You can see right now I have gotten $1,064 in covered calls for this one since the end of February. And even though right now the leap is showing it is at a loss right now, it's only because the stock is so low. But if it were to go up like I think it will by June, then I will show a much higher profit. And right now I am basically at the point where I only need around another $1,100 in covered calls to make this long leap call basically free. So I would have already collected enough premium to totally offset that, and I have at least 10 more weeks to do covered calls. So I have plenty of time. And then for the newest one, which I just opened on April 5th, I've only been able to do one covered call, so that was for $155. So that means I have about $1,835 left that I need to get for covered calls in order to make it free. But again, if the stock goes up, then that helps out quite a bit. But I do still have plenty of time. I have until September 17th of this year in order to do more covered calls. So those are my profits so far. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative and helpful. And if you have any questions about this stock, feel free to ask them down in the comments below. Also, if you could hit the like and subscribe button, it would greatly appreciate it. It would greatly help out my channel and help me grow and continue to make content like this for you. I hope you have a great day and stay safe.